Hey guys, thanks for joining the live stream. Today we're going to be talking about the nervous system, brain, spinal cord, and nerves. I'll be talking quietly so that your nervous system will have to work extra hard to encode the information. So take out your notes packet and let's begin. Here are the functions of the nervous system. As you can see, your nervous system spreads over your whole body like a net, starting with the brain, spinal cord, and all the nerves. If you look closely at a nerve cell, you notice it looks very different than any other cells in your body. It's got a normal cell body. But nerve cells also have this long extension, kind of like a wire. The way they work is electrical signals are generated here in the cell, travel down the axon to the end, where they can communicate with other nerve cells. This location of communication is called the synapse, and it's really a tiny microscopic gap. When electrical signal stimulates the end of the nerve cell, it releases chemicals into the gap. The next nerve cell has receptors that will pick up that chemical message and initiate a new electrical signal that will travel down the nerve cell. Your brain is essentially a bundle of nerves, billions and billions of nerves, communicating and interacting with each other that allow you to coordinate the body, send messages, sense your environment, develop memories and emotions. Signals from the brain can be sent through the spinal cord, and signals from the body are sent up to the brain through the spinal cord. Let's look at our brain. Brain is divided into 4 lobes or sections. A thinking, memory portion called cerebrum. The cerebellum is about balance and coordination. The brainstem is all about the things you don't think about, like heart rate, breathing, and digestion. And the hypothalamus controls your emotions and your temperature, along with your appetite. As messages leave the brain, they travel down this bundle of bones called the spinal cord. Let's try some brain activities. Can you read these words? No, I didn't think so. How about now? The reason you're able to read these words is that your brain doesn't necessarily read the whole word. You're so good at reading that you only need the first and last letters, and everything else can be jumbled up. Although this wasn't a real study, and it's not out of 55 people out of 100, it's just about everybody who knows how to read. Young readers, though, have a harder time with this. Your brain solves problems quickly. Try the solution. Stare at the green square. What do you see? Keep staring. Did you see the giraffe? Great. Your brain is working, sending messages from your eyes to your brain. Let's try this one. I'm going to have you tell me the letters, colors. In other words, what's the color of the word? So what font? This is a red font, a green, blue, orange, blue. Just say the color of the font. I'm going to time you. Get ready. Great. That took you about 13 seconds. Now I want you to do the exact same thing. Just say the color of the font. Ready? Here we go. What's taking so long? Just say the color. Was I ahead of you? You're probably not done yet, are you? Why do you have such a hard time doing this? Your brain is so good at reading, it's almost impossible not to read the word red, blue, orange, yellow, and it's really hard for you to say the colors instead of just reading the words. This effect is called the Stroop effect. There's lots of other illusions and things that you can use to trick your brain. I'll put some in the video links. So, what have we learned about our brain? Let's check it out.
Look, a letter! Dear Tim and Moby, a nature show on TV said that dolphins have bigger brains than humans. Does that mean dolphins are smarter than people? From Ethan. P.S. Does Moby have a brain? Well, yeah, but he keeps it in a jar. It's true that some kinds of dolphins have larger brains than humans, but that doesn't necessarily make them smarter. Scientists think that intelligence is more about the complexity of your brain than its size. And the human brain is more complex than any other animal's. Its billions of nerve cells allow you to think, remember, dream, see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Yeah, pretty much everything you think of as yourself, from the foods you like to being good at math, is contained inside your brain. It even controls stuff you don't have to think about, like keeping your heart beating. All that work takes a lot of energy. Even though your brain weighs only 3 pounds, it uses up to 20% of the oxygen you breathe. Well, different areas of the brain do different things. There are 3 major parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. The cerebrum, where you think, is the biggest part of the brain, and the part that most people are familiar with, a twisty mass of gray matter. It's divided into 2 halves called hemispheres. Within each hemisphere, different areas or lobes take care of different kinds of thought. Well, like the frontal lobe is where planning, problem solving, and speech happen, and the temporal lobes are associated with memories. In many people, the 2 hemispheres are specialized to perform certain tasks. For example, language and math skills are often controlled by the left brain, while the right brain controls creative tasks. Underneath the gray matter is the limbic system, where your emotions begin. It also contains the thalamus, which is like the brain's switchboard, passing information from your body to the correct part of the brain. And the hypothalamus, which controls your body temperature and food intake. Without the hypothalamus, you'd keep eating and never feel full. More. The hypothalamus plays a major role in the endocrine system, in which chemicals, called hormones, regulate a lot of your body's natural processes. The cerebellum, located underneath and to the rear of the cerebrum, coordinates your body's movements. Whoa! Then there's the brainstem. It monitors and controls all the little automatic functions that keep you alive, your heartbeat, your breathing, your blood pressure, and whatnot. I know it's a ton of information, Moby, but the brain does a lot of work. If you didn't have a brain, you'd be dead. Oh, right, dolphins. Now that we know a little more about the brain, you can understand why it's hard to compare dolphin intelligence to human intelligence. Dolphin brains are bigger, but the parts of their brain where conscious thinking occurs are very small. So I don't think you'll be seeing dolphins in school with you anytime soon.
Alright guys, well, use your brain. Try some of the online activities. Make sure you're checking your school tool and Schoology. Make sure everything is caught up and you're doing your best. Thanks for trying science. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.